So, bending. Thing 1. Notice how almost all of my hand is gripping the fretboard. So my thumb is over here. My thumb is actually doing more of a job than just gripping. It's also muting those strings there. In the same way, this finger is muting the strings up there. And that's not just because I'm picking and I can go a bit, and you want mutes in that case, but also when you're bending, you're going to be pushing against neighbouring strings, and you don't want those sounding out because it's going to get messy and you're not going to be able to hear the bend. So yeah, the thumb and third finger are muting a lot. Now, the majority of the bends I do come from this second finger here. But what's almost as important is the finger behind it, the first finger, which you can see is either 1 or 2 frets behind it. Now, if I'm doing a big bend, it's the fret behind it. If it's a littler bend, it's 2 frets behind, but that's just because of the scale position. It means it can drop in and out of techniques, which is always useful. So that means I'm basically bending with 2 fingers. Having fingers behind the one you're bending with adds a lot of strength and a lot of stability. I find 3 is a bit crowded because of my massive hands. But 2 fingers is definitely a good idea. And lastly, it might not be so obvious, but most of the weight from this is coming from my arm and my wrist. My finger. See, if I just try to do a bend with my finger by itself, it's just a bit lackluster and a bit lame. You can sort of see my arm back there doing a lot of the work. Now, by far one of the most important and often overlooked aspects of performing a string bend is referred to as innotation. Innotation is the ability to accurately hit your target note. And if you get it wrong, it's going to sound pretty awful. So one of the first things you focus on when getting into string bending is innotation. So let me show you how to begin. Okay, so I'm going to be working on the B string. And this 12th fret of the B string, that's going to be our starting position. So to start off with, I want to achieve the pitch normally located at the 13th fret. And I'm going to do that by bending the 12th fret. So, it's my target pitch. And you can double check it. That one wasn't so great. That was pretty much it. Yep, there we go, that's not too bad. So once I've got that down, I'm going to play a full tone bend. So that means that this is our starting pitch. And our target pitch is located at the 14th fret, which is this one. So... there we go. That's all you need to practice for now. Very rarely are you going to want to bend further than a full tone, so I suggest you just focus on getting the intonation right for that. You could use the semitone bend as a warm-up for this. The further away from the 12th fret you are, higher or lower, the more difficult it's going to be to perform a string bend because of physics, I guess. So you're going to want to practice playing at different positions of the neck, making sure, again, you can get the intonation right wherever you are, and practice on different strings as well. You can also try applying some vibrato to the end of your bends. This is quite common practice as it means it can hide it a little bit if you don't quite get the intonation right. I wouldn't do that right away, but that is something you can be aware of. If you'd like to focus specifically on vibrato techniques for a while, you can go to this video here that will walk you through how to do that. Or if you want some more advanced bending ideas, you can go to this video here. That's all from me for now. I hope you like this video. I hope you will share it. I hope you will like it. And I hope you will comment with some nice words. Goodbye.